Hello, everyone. We are Group 4, and my name is Wu Zihan. And our study is about comparative analysis of organizational structures. The data is global vs AECM. Also, we call the General Union of Chinese Students in Macau. Okay, first is our table of contents, and we separate them in 6 parts. Okay, so first part is the introduction. Okay, so about the introduction of study compares to organizations, the Devil is a global communications consulting firm and a student organization, the General Union of Chinese Students in Macau, to explore the similarities and differences between for-profit and non-profit organizations in terms of their structures, operations, and the decision-making strategies through theoretical analysis as well as qualitative interviews. Okay, next.
My name is Wang Jiahe. Next, I will give a quick introduction to the two organizations we studied, the RISC Global and the General Association of Chinese Students of Macau, also known as ECM. First, the RISC Global is a communication agency based in New York. It works with brands from mining industry like beauty, tech, and healthy. They focus on user culture and creativity to help brands connect with people. They have offices in cities like London, Shanghai, and Singapore. Their working style is fast, global, and team-based. They also care about values like diversity and inclusion. Next page, AECM is local non-profit student group in Macau. It was started in 1950 and supports young people through events, education, and community service. They have a clear structure with different departments and focus a lot on group decisions and public values. Every year, they organize youth programs, cultural festivals, and volunteer work. They also promote national education and social responsibility. So in short, one is global and profit-driven, and the other is local and community-focused. Next part.
Okay, hello, I'm Yang Huimei. Let me introduce the from-home interview question. The questions about the discussion, we focus on 10 core issues: organizational structure, decision-making process, cross-departmental collaboration, membership, budgetary authority, performance evaluation, profitability model, cultural adaptation, training, managing, and technology transformation. And that's for our media management perspective. This is for our summary of interview with Diverse Global. Their project-based flow management structure. Their team structure around 100 and 113 staff divided into client service, strategy, and creative teams, administrative functions, and centralized. Working style, project teams work independently and collaboration across departments, principals communicate directly with clients. Key decisions are made through group discussion. Operations and evolutions. Budgets cooperate with finance. KPIs focus on creativity, client satisfaction, and profits. Both system based on project performance, adaptability, and innovations. Modeling teams and local culture consultants support localizations. Actively integrates AI creative tools and social data analytics. About with summary interviews with Chinese Students Association of Macau. They are volunteer-based hierarchical management structure. Organization structure about 210 members, General Assembly at the top. The secret-wise handles educations. The remaining members are students and community volunteers. The resource and collaborations, mainly funded by the Macau Foundation. Coordination through the General Assembly, the security and the consult. Division of the logo and training. Tags of assets based on member skills. Chinese students handle the content. Decide trains member handle visuals. Global workshop used to improve professional skills. Strategy shift. Transition from quantity of the quality. Focus on student needs to and member engagement. Fewer but more meaningful events. Okay, next part.
Hello, I'm Ke Zhaozhe. The first part is a comparative analysis between two organizations. We will look at 6 key areas. Let's start with organizational structure and management style. Diverse Global runs on a project-based matrix structure. It's a flat and flexible, meaning project managers have a lot of autonomy. Teams are formed based on clients' needs, which make the company very responsive and efficient. On the other hand, AECM uses a tiered, formal structure. It has multiple levels. Every decision must go through several steps, which ensure fairness and representation. However, both organizations emphasize coordination. Let's move on the decision making. At Davos, decisions are fast and client-centered. Managers are empowered to act quickly, which is crucial in a competitive market. By contrast, the AECM's approach is deliberate and collective. Decisions go through discussion and voting, which supports transparency and democracy, but can reduce responsiveness. Still, both organizations are results-oriented. Davos focuses on speed, while AECM emphasizes quality and accountability. Both are also localized decision-making for smaller tasks. Next page. We look at human resource and the division of labor. Davos has specialized professionals with strong technical skills. Roles are clearly defined and the performance is closely linked to individual expertise. AECM relies mostly on volunteers, especially students. Roles are flexible and often rolled every year. But in both cases, people are assigned based on their strengths, either through specialization at Davos or flexible match with AECM. Next is finances and incentive. Davos operates in a market-based model, earning revenue from clients. Teams often manage their own budget and the financial incentive are tied to KPIs, creativity, and client certification. In contrast, the AECM is grant-funded, mostly supported by government. Budgets are centralized and transparent. Instead of money, incentives come in form of titles, recognition, and prize. Still, both organizations use performance based on rewards. Davos does it formally, and AECM through peer evaluation and leadership feedback. Okay, next person.
Okay, my name is Zhang Ming. Now let's talk about training and development. Davos offers structured continuous training from onboarding to skill workshops and knowledge sharing. The focus is on professional growth, such as branding or data analysis. AECM, on the other hand, provides contextual training, often in partnership with cultural or government bodies. Their training covers areas like civic education, leadership, and soft skills. In both organizations, training is seen as a key investment, whether it is for specialized talent or holistic student development. Next, let's explore multicultural or localized management. Davos uses a localization strategy, meaning it adopts global messages to fit local markets. This includes cultural training and localized content creation. AECM takes an inward approach, using cultural activities to build community and a shared identity among diverse student members. So while Davos focuses on external cultural adaptation, AECM emphasizes internal cultural unity, but both organizations value cultural sensitivity, each in their own way. Okay, next page, please. To conclude, while Davos and AECM share some functional similarities like training programs and coordination mechanisms, they differ fundamentally in style and logic. Davos is a fast-paced, client-driven enterprise focused on performance and innovation. AECM, in contrast, is a mission-driven student organization built around democracy, participation, and civic responsibility. These differences reflect the broader contrast between commercial and public sector models and help us better understand how difficult organizational logics shape behavior, structure, and goals. Next person, please.
So after that, my name is Zhao Ying, and so we use detailed framework to explain all the impact of different cooperation development on organization structure. This framework is designed to provide organization with analyzed tools to identify various micro development factors that may affect business strategies. By applying this framework, we can analyze the reason behind the structure and organizational style difference between two companies through the political, economic, social, technical, legal, and environmental factors. So at first, we need to analyze the political factors. The diverse global, they must adapt to regional policy development across the country. So it's requiring flexible strategy. So AECM is government-funded, adopt conservative and rigid structures. Then they have internal KPIs, guide stable but lower operations. Next page. And then we will focus on the economic factors. The diverse global is profit driven and the KPI centers. So they have percentage financial outcomes and operational effectivity. So the AEC is non-profit and they can focus on the people-oriented decisions. Now next. And at last, we focus on the social cultural factors. The diverse is global serves commercial brands uses a project-based parallel mode. And the next one have servers a student audience. They can help them adopt community-oriented structure. So next one is technological factories. The diverse is global, use tech for KPI tracking and behavior tracking and company optimizations. And the next one use technical to encourage volunteers and the supporter remote the collaboration. Both organizations have either implement or plan to implement strategy adjustment in response to the rise of social media platforms. So after all, the PSTL frameworks help us explain the structural divergence. The regular PSTL assessments are common for strategic alignment and adaptability in media organizations. Okay, next person.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Chenyu. Today I'm going to talk about chapter 5 of our report, which is called Theoretical Insights. More specifically, I worked on section 5.2, which is about organizational driving logic. This part mainly compares two organizations, AECM and DevRisk Global, and looks at how they are different in terms of management structure, resources, and how they respond to change. Starting with bureaucratical theory, AECM has a pretty classical hierarchical structure, just like General Assembly, Board of Directors, Secretariat, and so on. Each level has its role and the important decisions are made through group discussion. On the other hand, the DevRisk Global takes a flatter, more project-based approach, which there's a client. They quickly form a team and work directly with them, which makes decisions faster and more flexible. Then there's a contingency theory, which means organizations should adjust based on the environment. AECM did it during COVID, motivate activities online and formed cross-department teams to get things done. DevRisk Global also adapted. They responded to the trends like AI and big data by setting up innovation and data teams, which brought these tools into their workflow. Next is next page. The third one is resource-based view. AECM's advantage is its stable funding and strong trust from the government. These are rare and hard to copy. DevRisk Global, on the other hand, has a global client network and strong digital tools like algorithms and platforms, which give it a big market advantage. Lastly, we also looked at ethics and management style. AECM isn't profit driving, but it really values student participation and positive messaging. And DevRisk Global, though a commercial company, still makes sure their AI-generated content is accurate and respect privacy rules. So in general, these theories help us understand how different organizations make choice and adapt based on their goals, resources, and the environment. Okay, next part.
So hello, my name is Yang Shan for the final section, conclusion and recommendations. So structurally, DevRisk Global adopts a flat, specialized, and market-oriented structure, which allows for the fast decision-making and high responsiveness to external changes. It emphasizes professionalism and efficiency, aiming for the commercial success or client satisfaction. In contrast, the General Association of Chinese Students and Colleges, AECM, uses a lighter, collaborative, and mission-driven structure, specializing in internal dialogue and long-term value creation, with a focus on community, trust, shared value, social responsibility. This structure and logic difference define how each organization leads, communicates, and manages its work. Next page. So to interpret these findings, we apply two management theories. For the first one is passive perspective. DevRisk Global reacts to external trends like digital innovation with speed. For example, they quickly adapt to emerging technologies. Meanwhile, AECM responds more cautiously. So prioritize stability and shifting policies and cultural values. So the second one is the resource-based view, just RBV, offers another angle. DevRisk Global draws strengths from technical expertise and strategy flexibility. AECM, by contrast, is grounded in long-standing networks and public credibility, which serve as vital non-tangible assets. So overall, this comparison demonstrates how mission, resource-based, and external pressures together shape very different management style in the corporate versus non-profit sector. And next page. So for the recommendations, we the DevRisk Global is efficient and highly compatible. It faces challenge related to culture depth and ethical reflection. So we recommend holding cross-departmental reviews to assess campaigns beyond KPIs, encouraging non-KPI-driven creative projects to foster social engagement and define clear boundaries for AI use, including basic ethical guidelines and contact checks. For AECM, the key challenge here is responsiveness. So to address this, we propose creating task-based working group that can act quickly on short-term projects and seeking external collaborations to enhance technique capabilities without compromising values. And the final one is for both organizations. Despite their difference, both face a common challenge, just how to balance efficiency with meaning. Thus, we recommend adding reflection season into team meetings to evaluate the social impact of their work and building hybrid skill sets so creative staff understand data tools and technique teams consider empathy and audience engagement. That's all. Thank you very much. for listening.